Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of an Aussie Farming in Philippines. Well, it's coffee time. Good morning, Ai.
Morning.
You got... Well, as you know, when Andreas was here from Germany, we made up some beautiful sausages. And that was made up with pork shoulder, which was ground. Then it was made with pork belly, which was ground under a different setting. And also lots of ice cold water and fat, pork fat. Like I woke up with a fat this morning type fat. And the sausages were absolutely beautiful. Put all the herbs and spices in, and I'll tell you, they were gorgeous. And he showed me the trick on making the sausages, because we use proper pork skins. And so when he gets to the length, then he just gives it a pull for an inch. And that way, when he twists it, it's not going to be too squashed up. So I learned something there from Andreas. It was quite good. But we were going to also make, using this here, the press, and make a ham. Now, it's quite strange because, as you know, Donnie come and visit us with his wife, Nari. They visit us from Cebu. Yeah, people come a long way to visit us. And they come over, and Donnie is a guy who's into making the same stuff like Andreas Martin. So Donnie said he brought with him was his packet of chicken ham that he made. It was chicken, basil, and rosemary, I think it was. And when we tasted that, it was just so gorgeous. So I said to Chick, I want to start doing that shit. So we went online and had a look, and we bought one. Wasn't very expensive. Right. So anyway, months previously, Andreas Martin in Germany sent a combined box to his family at Davao. And in that, he put a shitload of herbs in there. Plus, he put one of these in for us as well. Now, isn't it strange that months earlier he'd done that? And so anyway, I'll give him one to Joy. And I said, Joy, you can use this to make up for Bob. Make him. It's so easy, guys. It's so easy. So Andrews also bought a whole heap of herbs as well. So I'll show you. Look, juniper berries. Whatever. Basil. I can't see. Marjon, dried. There's a whole heap of all other stuff as well. But we translated it. We sat down together. Yes, we sat down together holding hands, singing Kumbaya together. And we translated it from German into English with the translator and used a bit of help from ourselves. And I put it on an Excel sheet so I know exactly what's there. Now, we wanted to make this pork ham. However, we hunted around all the fine ingredients and we run out of time. One thing we were looking for is this. Is the, I can't see without my glasses on. So, where's Jack? Jack! What's this vitamin C called? Something acid? I can't see. Red against my eyes is terrible.
Pure vitamin C, potency.
I know that, but what's it called on the pack? Something acid.
Potency.
Sorry?
Potency forte.
Potent.
Potency forte. Potency. Ascorbic.
That's what I want to know. What's it say?
Ascorbic acid is the generic.
That's what I wanted to know. Thank you, darling. Ascorbic acid. Okay, so we end up being, of course, vitamin C. So, no vitamin C powder. So we got the tablets, which is exactly what is on the translation from Andreas. Put it into the mortar and pestle, ground it all down, and it worked perfect. So that's our vitamin C. Now that's in this dish. So what it is a two-part dish. So you got your pork, all right, more of it is here, defrosting. So it's cut into strips like so, and we cut this into strips. We'll cut out all this bit here. This is from the shoulder. So we'll cut it all into strips. That then will get mixed with our cure, our vitamin C, and our meat glue, and 250 mils of freezing cold water. We put that into the KitchenAid with attachment, and we just turn that round to mix everything together and pour the water in very slowly. Then 12 hours later, minimum in the refrigerator, 12 hours minimum. So it's coming on to 10:30 for us. So we're going to put it in. I'm going to do this tomorrow morning. So the first stage is to slice this up, put all this with it, and get it in the machine. 12 hours resting, and then we go for the herbs. Sam, love you. So the herbs are pepper, ginger, cardamom, and cumin. Are you coming? Oh, fuck, I'm coming, yes. What are you doing, fat dog? Right, guys, so this is mixing time. So the meat goes in. In goes the curing salts. In goes the glues. And this is just going to mix together. Now it's supposed to have a different paddle than this, but I can't find it. So I'm going to see how this one goes. And you can do it by hand if you want, but hey, life's too short to worry about shit like that. Right, so I'm going to let this go for a little bit, and then I'm going to slowly add some water to that. Very, very cold water. Right, I found it. I found it. Right. This is the proper one to use. I've got to go nice and slow. Trouble with these, they don't have many settings on this. So this is how it mixes, guys. Now it's taken off. Right, I'll leave 2 hands for the next stage, just adding the water. Slowly add the water to it. This gets all the chemicals mixing together and all will be glowing in the dark time we finish, guys. How good is that? So this is beating the meat down. Oh, that sounds erotic, doesn't it? Beating the meat and mixing all the chemicals into it. Looking good. Look at that, exactly the same as the video. Exactly the same, I tell you. Exactly the same. This is going to go gorgeous, guys. Tomorrow lunch will be some beautiful pork ham. Beautiful pork ham. Wash. Right, now I've got to get this into a smaller container, flatten it right down, get all the air out, and then 12 hours minimum in the fridge. Lovely coffee eye. Thank you. Right, so I had to call the II back to give me a hand with this one. Right, so what they do on their one is they stick it in a bowl, in a smaller bowl, and they just push it all down, cover that with cling wrap and stick it in the fridge for a minimum of 12 hours. So what I've done instead is place it inside of a plastic bag and place that inside of a vacuum pack and all the air's out of that. So we'll hold the video and we'll come back tomorrow and we'll see what we can do with this. I'm excited. Happy eye? Yeah. You know what I'm making? Pork ham. Pork ham. All right, guys, let's click our fingers and be back tomorrow. Click our fingers, look at that. Right, so here's our meat. It's been in there overnight. It's perfect. So here we've got some black peppers. We're going to crack this one down. We've got some ginger and we've got some cumin and we should have some cardamom, but I can't bloody find it. But not to worry. So I'm going to put this in, give it a bit of a blitz, and then this will all go with the meat inside the meat paddle, and we're going to turn that around. So let's get into that now. Let's blitz it down. So if I'm putting it in the plastic bag, I think that turned out much better than putting it in the bowl and trying to push all the air out of it. I think that worked quite well. So that's what we got, guys. That's what we got. So we're going to add our herbs. Here we go, our spices. Look at this. This is going to go very, very... I'm looking forward to seeing this. Because after this one, I'll be doing chicken. One from Donnie, his recipe. Donnie's recipe of chicken with different spices and herbs and all that. Look at that. So, let's see how this one goes first. So you just make it a little bit wet so that it combines all the herbs and spices. Right, so next transfer our meat. It's well mixed in, it's got the right amount of water, and we put it into here and pack it down nice and tight. Nice and tight. Pack it down. And use a spatula to get all those yummy herbs off the side as well. Don't waste anything, she said. Okay, all pushed down, nice and tight, 78 degrees, water. Just leave it at 78. I don't have to have it covered because the meat doesn't go all the way to the top. And that's going to sit on that now for 3 hours. So I'll turn this down so it just keeps it warm. So for 3 hours, guys, we'll come back at the 78 degrees Celsius is the water for that. 78. $60, $65, $70, $74. Right, we'll turn up just a little bit. So I just want to monitor that, don't want it boiling away. So 3 hours, nice slow cook, and we should have it. Let's see how we go. Right, day 3. So it's been in the refrigerator all night, and let's pull it out and have a look, see. Bit of liquid there, but not to worry. Let's see, guys, let's see. So one thing I did learn is that this size pot I've got to have at least 3 kilos of meat. Minimum is 3 kilos of meat. So I remember that for next time. So that's, oh, look, it's just coming straight out. Oh my God, look at it, look. Oh my God. Oh, it's heavy. Oh. Get your hands. So if I had more meat in there, I think it would have been. But look at that, guys. Well, I'll be buggered. So it worked. So we can slice that down. That's incredible. I'm amazed at that. There you go. We made our own ham. Taste test. I think the herbs are a little bit too much for the size. Like that was 1.5 kilos, which I weighed it out at. So I should have put less in. But I followed, as I always say to Chick, follow the recipe the first time. Follow the recipe the first time, every time, and adjust it from there. So, there you go, guys. Look at that. It worked. Got to be happy with that. Let's move on to the next cooking project, and we're going to do one with chicken thighs, and it's going to be Donnie's recipe. So stay tuned for that one, guys. Keep watching, and catch you all later. Bye bye.